I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is the 6th time I have done a jersey ranking video, and with the exception of 2020, which if you remember, those were the weird 25th anniversary jersey designs. With the exception of 2020, I could pretty comfortably say this is the worst batch of jerseys I have reviewed on this channel. Like, I don't know if it's because we've just been spoiled the last couple years with really great kits from Adidas and MLS, or if it's just because of the Adidas template this year. I don't know, the weird bars over the belly, whatever you want to call it, it makes a lot of the jerseys look really similar this year in not a great way. But somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to finish number 1. But before we can get there, we got to start at the bottom. Coming in at dead last, number 32. Oh my God, I can't believe they finished last place again. It's FC Dallas. I mean, come on. What are we doing on this one? Like, okay, admittedly, it's not as ugly as some jerseys in the past. It's not as bad as the Real Salt Lake Mushroom Trip kit or the Columbus Crew flag kit. It's not even as ugly as their last jersey last year with that garbage half and half fade design. But what this is just low effort. Like, come on. They didn't even try with this one. Like, you know what this is? This is the lead designer at Adidas getting ready to leave for vacation in 20 minutes, and he's got one more jersey left, and it happens to be Dallas, and he's just like, you know what? Screw it. It's just Dallas. I mean, they're never the biggest jersey sellers. They're probably not going to be that good this year. It's just Dallas. Who cares? And that's the thing. No one cared when making this jersey. No, it's not egregiously ugly, but it is egregiously boring. In a lot of ways, that's worse. 31, Colorado Rapids. Okay, this is just an example of an idea sounding really good on paper, and then you see it executed and you realize, it's not really good. I mean, they are the Colorado Rapids. It's about time they have a jersey that actually portrays Rapids on it. But the problem is, when they go for the realistic look with this color scheme, it don't look like Rapids. It actually looks more closer to like moldy bread. It just looks like a dirty shirt. And I know some people love the Colorado flag design badge with the soccer ball. To me, it just looks cheesy. Like, just give me the regular badge, which is already one of the best badges in the league. This is just a downgrade on an already ugly shirt. 30, FC Cincinnati. So, they're supposed to honor the past with this jersey. Why? I mean, they've only been around in MLS for like 5 years, and 3 of those years, they were the worst team in the league. Now, if they want to honor their USL days, cool, I'm totally for that. But how about you make a jersey that looks like one of their USL jerseys? This doesn't. I feel like I say this every time, but blue and orange, they got a killer color combination, and yet they just can't figure out how to make a good jersey out of it. Except for 2021. That's beautiful. But this is just an ugly mess. I feel like it would have looked a lot better had they picked the same color blue for both below the orange bar and on top of the orange bar. When you have 2 different shades of blue, it's almost like they couldn't decide which one they wanted, and especially because both shades are not that different from each other. Maybe if the top blue was a little bit darker, it would have, contrasted a little more, would have stood out more, but as it stands right now, it just kind of looks like a mistake, and they're running with it for some reason. 29, Philadelphia Union. Oh, that's a shame. They tried to recreate the magic of the lightning bolt kits, and they did not succeed. I mean, you think about the last time they did something like this, it was fun, it was cartoony, and when you look at this, I don't know, it just feels like they're trying too hard to be cool, like they're trying to be tough with realistic lightning bolts this time. But when you go with this color scheme, you can't be tough, you can't be cool. It just doesn't work. 28, St. Louis City. Ugh. Come on, guys. Listen, I am not opposed to clean, classy jerseys. If you could pull it off, then great. St. Louis does not pull it off here. And really, they couldn't figure out anywhere on this jersey to sneak a little bit of blue on there. It's a missed opportunity. I mean, they got a great color scheme, and yet they're not utilizing it at all in this kit. Again, clean, classy jerseys, I'm fine with, but you better execute. And they didn't. 27, my Chicago Fire. Damn. I'm bummed out about this one because it had potential. I like the idea, using the municipal Y as the pattern within the fabric of the jersey. If you're not from Chicago, you might not get it, but within that city, you see that Y, that municipal Y, all over. It's kind of synonymous with the city. So it makes sense to base a jersey around that. The problem is, the rest of the kit is just really drab. Like, they didn't do much else with it. I like the color scheme, but they gotta make that municipal logo stand out just a little bit more. And this is just a missed opportunity. 26, San Diego FC away kits. Well, it exists. I mean, it's not the worst white jersey from an MLS expansion team. Like, it's better than what Austin's first away jersey was. It's better than Cincinnati's first away jersey. And, you know, the light blue is cool, and the woven patterns, all right. Yeah, let's just hope next year's better, San Diego. 25, Nashville SC. It's a cool color scheme. 24, Vancouver Whitecaps. Okay. Normally, I rank Vancouver pretty damn high on these rankings. And I think Vancouver's jerseys with the single bar across the chest, that is just a classy look every time. And I love that that has become their jersey identity while in MLS. Vancouver, you're not fooling me with this one, because I've seen that before. Yeah. This is the same jersey as 2019. Okay, so yeah, the collar's different. It got stripes on the sleeve. That's cool. But the center bar across the chest, you know, the main attraction, the main draw of this jersey, that's the same exact one as 2019. I mean, really, Whitecaps, you couldn't change it up even a little bit? It's a shame, too, because I think this jersey probably deserves to be in the top 10, but no, I'm not going to reward it with that, because this, using the same exact bar, it's just pure laziness. 23, Minnesota United. They call this one the Convergence Kit. It's supposed to be an homage to the abundant waterways and resources in the state. Whatever. I mean, as far as a water theme is concerned, like, it's definitely a lot better than whatever the hell Colorado was trying to do. I'm glad they didn't go with just a simple, outdated, overused fade design. Like, they actually tried to do something with this, and I think it looks fine. Like, no one's seriously saying that, oh yeah, Minnesota has the best jersey this year. It's passable, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it ain't going in anyone's jersey Hall of Fame. It's going to be kind of forgettable after this 2-year cycle is up. 22, DC United. Bringing the funk with this one. Okay, I know some people are going to be annoyed with me on this, but honestly, this is just like another version of the Paint the Canvas kit from last year from FC Cincinnati, which I'll admit, that's a jersey that definitely grew on me the more I saw it in action. In fact, that's probably my biggest regret from last season's jersey rankings, was putting that one so low. I like the idea of having a pretty plain colored shirt and the designs just being, within small parts of the jersey. In this case, it's over the belly bars. I think it's pretty cool. Do I like it more than the Paint the Canvas kit? No, probably not. But again, it's probably one of those things where when I see it in action, I'll probably grow to appreciate it more. 21. San Diego FC home jersey. It's actually pretty amazing just how much of a perfect representation this jersey is of their badge. If you think about it, their badge, in many ways, is pretty basic, pretty corporate looking, and just the shape and the structure of it. And this jersey is also, in a lot of ways, pretty basic looking. It's just the Adidas template on a blank shirt. There's no extra bells and whistles in the fact that there's no stripes, no hoops, no, sash, no half and half. It's just a blank navy blue jersey. But also, like their badge, it's pretty unique. It has the chrome finish, which I think is awesome, and it also has that, I don't know what you call it, that faded color spectrum look like the badge has around the border of it, and here they have it on the belly bars. That's pretty unique. So overall, you add in all those factors and you get a jersey that's pretty 20. Toronto FC. Oh, thank God they're bringing back the red jersey. Anyone else get irrationally angry at a team being nicknamed the Reds, only for them to rock a gray primary jersey? Seriously, Toronto, they gotta be red. They look so much better, and this is miles better than their last primary kit. With that being said, I don't really know what they were going for in this one. Seriously, how am I supposed to describe this? It's like a faded stair-step design, but it's not even centered. It's like tucked away in the corner of their jersey. Seriously, I need a art major, a fashion designer to help explain this one to me because I don't get it. 19. LA Galaxy.
What?
Oh, Galaxy fans, you mad about this one? You think this deserves to be top 5? I don't think so. Oh, but look at the pretty colors. Also, look at the number 1 cardinal sin for jersey design. According to DannyT Radio, it fades its colors. God, why do teams keep doing this? It's not even unique anymore because so many teams do it. It does not look good. It's never looked good. I don't care if the colors are pretty. I'll give them that much. I don't care if it's a cool concept. I'll give them that much too. In a couple years, the faded jerseys will be seen in the same light as like the sleeved NBA jerseys. Everyone's going to be wondering, why did we do that? Why did so many teams try that when it never looked good? This does not look good. So yeah, Galaxy fans, take your 19th place finish on the jersey rankings. And quite frankly, you should be happy with just that. 18. New York Red Bulls. I almost like these jerseys. I really do. I mean, I love the color scheme they got going on right here. I mean, this tannish, brownish look, it's definitely unique to MLS. And going for like kind of the rugged, dirty look. It's called the Stone Kit. I like the concept, but I don't know. There's just something about the design itself. It just kind of reminds me of like the glitch kits back in the day, and that was never my favorite jersey style. I don't know. Maybe if it just would have been a little bit more uniform, I dig it a little bit more. And also, I don't normally love when teams alter their badge, but for whatever reason, the New York Red Bulls badge and the Red Bull sponsor, it almost looks a little too pristine, a little too clean, like it doesn't fit with the rest of the theme. Maybe if they just would have, I don't know, rugged it up a little bit, it would have fit just a little bit better. 17, Inter Miami away jersey. Okay. It's definitely the best black jersey that they've released. I've always been let down by their away black jerseys. I've always felt they could do more with it. And this, I gotta admit, it's a pretty classy look, going with the half and half, black and gray. The pink Royal Caribbean logo really stands out, and the pink badge as well. I like it. I wish they had a little bit more pink in there to really make this jersey pop out, but again, it's the best black jersey they've ever released, and it's the first jersey that I kind of like this year, which, thank God, we're finally in the light column here, because we're halfway through, and I was getting kind of tired of bitching, not gonna lie. 16, Austin FC. I mean, how in the world are you supposed to follow up on the last primary kit, which was easily one of the most unique and bizarre jerseys in MLS history? Like, does Austin really want to get into that trap of trying to one-up their weirdness year after year? So Austin decided to go in a little bit of a different direction with this one and tone it down on this kit. And honestly, I think that was the right call. Because again, looking back on their last primary kit, I just don't know how much more weirder you can get than that. This one, by comparison, is a much cleaner kit. The subtle stripes green and different shaded green. I don't think I like it as much as like just green and black stripes, but I can understand why they wanted to go a little bit different on this one, and I get what they were going for. 15, Inter Miami home kit. Yeah. There's a reason why this one is right next to Austin in the rankings, because they're basically the same jersey. At this point, I'm just judging off what color I like more, green and black or pink and black, and I think I like pink and black more. Now, did Inter Miami really need another home jersey after just releasing one last year? No. But Messi exists, and if they can make some more money by releasing yet another new jersey with Messi's name on it, they're going to take that opportunity. 14, NYCFC. Ooh, get like icy vibes with this one. I know the material of the fabric isn't any different on this one. It almost looks like it's different just with the design of the shirt. It looks like it's, I don't know, smooth. Apparently the design is inspired by the skyscrapers of the city, which, I mean, okay. Like, that's cool, I get it. I do think it's funny, though, that their rivals, the Red Bulls, had a polar opposite approach to their jerseys this year. When they released the Stone Kit, remember, that was like a brown, dirty-looking jersey, almost made for, like, blue-collar workers. And then NYCFC has the Excelsior Kit, which was designed after the skyscrapers, the high-rises of the city, almost for like the white-collar workers. It's just interesting how both teams had such radically different visions for this year's jerseys. 13, Sporting Kansas City. They did it again. This is the third home jersey in a row that they've released that features hoops. I think it's safe to say that hoops are now officially part of their jersey identity. And hey, I'm a sucker for some hoops. It also doesn't hurt that they got a killer color combination of the light blue and dark blue. Like, this is always just gonna look good to me. The hoops themselves also have an interesting design. If you look closely at it, you can see that they're going for that Kansas-Missouri state border thing again. Like, they've done this a couple times on some of their jerseys. That's when it's not just like a straight line, but more of like a kind of thing, which, I mean, hey, that's their thing. I get it. I can appreciate how they're trying to make it unique. Like, they're keeping the identity of the hoops, but they're not just doing solid barred hoops every time. Is it my all-time favorite hoops jersey I've ever seen? No, but it's still hoops, so I still dig it. 12. It's New England Revolution. Drawing inspiration from the flag of New England, which... Okay. I usually don't like flag kits, okay? I think they're corny. I think they've been done a million times before. They're not original anymore. But I can make an exception for this one. I like this one because, for one thing, they didn't just rip off the colors of the flag and call it a day. No, instead, they focused their attention on this pine tree design, which I think is really aesthetically pleasing. I love this design. What I don't love is the Adidas template. Yeah, the belly bars ruin this one for me because I want the pine tree needles to extend all the way to the side of the jersey. Instead, I don't know, it just makes it kind of look skinny to me. And it just, something about it, it doesn't feel right. 11, Orlando City. Woo! Wild design on this one. It almost looks like a magic eye test. Like, what am I looking for here? At first, when I saw this jersey, I thought, it's cool, but maybe it should have been a little bit more uniform. Like, this might be too wild for me. But then I realized that the jersey is called the Perfect Storm Kit. And storms are anything but predictable, so in that sense, it makes sense that this jersey would look like this. But I still wish there was a little bit more gold in there. Kicking off the top 10 with number 10, it's the Houston Dynamo. You know, a couple of years ago when they did their whole rebrand, they kind of shifted from orange with white Adidas stripes to orange with black Adidas stripes. And I don't even know why. I just didn't like it as much. Like, I've always seen the Dynamo as orange and white. It's what I think about with their, MLS Cup wins in 06 and 07. And when they made it back to MLS Cup in 2011 and 2012, they were orange and white. And it just, the last couple years, their jerseys didn't vibe with me as much as they usually do. They bring back the orange and white and also the Space City blue. I think that's a nice touch. And the design within the fabric is also really cool. It doesn't touch their 2011 jersey, but this I can still get behind. I like this one. 9, CF Montreal. So this one, wait a minute. I think I have this one. Yeah! Right here! Okay, so it's not exactly the same. Like, this one doesn't have the silver stripes here, and the Adidas stripes are different colors. But, yeah, it is a very similar jersey to what they've had in the past. But, boy, am I glad they brought it back. Because when I think of Montreal, I think of blue and black stripes. Hey, wait a minute. What about Vancouver? Why are you so rough on them, but you're so high on Montreal? Well, it's been longer since Montreal rocked this kind of look. I mean, you think about it, they've gone through a name change, they've gone through 2 different logos. Like, this was due for them to return to this. And I think it looks great. 8, Atlanta United. Okay, another very similar jersey to something they've had in the past, but I gotta give them credit on this one. I have been crapping on the Adidas belly bars all video long, but I think they look pretty damn classy in this one. Just the touch of gold on that one, it's just so classy. And also, I love that they introduced just a little bit more black in this jersey. This one's just a little bit darker than Atlanta jerseys in the past. And dare I say it, this is the best striped home kit that they have ever had. 7, LAFC. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that this is a boring, lifeless jersey. I could not disagree more. This is clean definition of class. Now, I get it. Some people are probably mad that I was so harsh on Dallas and I'm so high on this one. I mean, what gives? They're both plain white shirts. Well, it's the little things, okay? The collar, the design on the collar, the fact that it's just the two colors, white and gold. If they would have changed any of those aspects, there's a very high likelihood that this jersey would have plummeted towards the bottom of the rankings. But the fact that they got all of those things right, like, if you are going for a clean looking jersey, you better fucking nail it. And LAFC, they nailed it. And thank God, because their last couple away jerseys were total misses for me. Like the smoke kit, the linen kit, the TV static kit, whatever they call that. I hated all of their away jerseys before this. And now this one, this is a work of art. Number 6, it's Charlotte FC. Black and silver. Have we seen it a couple times now in this league? Yeah, we have, but I don't mind that because it is such a slick look. And the tiny splash of blue, perfect. If they would have added any more blue in this, it probably would have ruined it. But a little bit in the collar, the little bit, in the tag, I think is perfect. The design in the fabric makes it look royal, regal, like you're defending the fort. I think looks awesome. My only question is if they would have changed it from black and silver to black and mint. Because when I think about their original black and mint kits, I think I give that one the edge. But if you were to take that mint color and apply it to this, that might be one of the top jerseys ever. For now, this black and silver look, I still dig it. I still think it's a great jersey. But I'm always going to be wondering, what if? We are now at the really, really good jerseys on this list. Yeah, there's only 5 of them this year. But truthfully, I could have made a case for any one of these jerseys to be number 1. And I almost feel bad about putting this one all the way down this low, but someone had to finish here. Coming in at number 5, it's San Jose Earthquakes. I mean, creativity-wise, this jersey is off the charts. And who would have thought that old newspaper clippings and old pictures and text, who would have thought that would have made for such a cool-looking jersey? Like, when I hear that idea out loud, I'm thinking, oh, that's going to be way too busy. I'm going to hate it. And I feel like I should be turned off by this, but I'm not. Like, I feel myself wanting to explore every corner of this jersey and read every word of it. Like, I feel like I'm looking into a time capsule. And that shade of blue, like, everything about this is just so aesthetically pleasing. And the Earthquakes, I don't normally give them this much credit for their jerseys. But damn, they nailed it this year. At number 4, it's Real Salt Lake. I can't believe this is the first time in MLS that someone has really tried a full-on checkerboard jersey. Like, yeah, we saw Seattle play with it a little bit a couple years ago, but nothing to this extent. Oh my God. I love how the RSL badge fits so perfectly, so snug into that blue checker. And also the Adidas logo across from it. Like, that was perfect planning on their part. What I don't think was perfect planning, however, was the sponsor. And this is my only real gripe about this jersey. Going with yellow here, it's kind of hard to read when it's blue and white checkers. I just wonder maybe if they would have had a little bit more luck with a red sponsor. Also, I don't know if they needed the design within the white checkers. It's kind of hard to see anyways, but I just don't know if it was necessary. Look, yes, I do have small gripes with this jersey, but overall, the design of it, the blue and white checkers with the blue shorts, is going to look damn good on TV. And this one, I might not love the sponsor, but I still love this jersey overall. Bronze medal, number 3, it's Seattle Sounders. There is a razor thin, fine line between being really creative and doing way too much. And Seattle found that sweet spot. They are right on the line. If they would have added one more little element to this jersey, it would have ruined everything. It would have been way too much. But they found the perfect formula and created a jersey that was almost too busy, but instead it is just right. With the tagline of "Water is Sacred," this is now the 3rd MLS team to have a water theme attached to it. Go figure. My favorite part about this jersey is how they handle the colors. Like, there's a lot going on here, right? There's 2 different flow patterns on it. They could have very easily jacked everything up had they added too many different shades of blue or green, but they didn't do that. They kept the colors pretty close together, kind of muted, and even though it doesn't look like water, I still get the feeling of water when I look at this jersey. So, in that sense, mission accomplished. And again, I bring up Colorado. They went a different route. They went for realistic looking water, and it didn't look anything like it. So, it's just interesting how that works. This doesn't look like water. I get the feeling of water. Colorado tries to look like water, and it looks like moldy bread. How does that work? Silver medal, number 2. This one, it was truly a coin flip. And this team was so close to being a 3-time champion in the jersey rankings, but ultimately they fall a little bit short because number 2, it's the Portland Timbers. Well, I mean, they are a jersey dynasty at this point. Like, every single year, Portland just kills it. Every single year. It is a total banger. And this year, no exception. I mean, the tree stump design coming from the badge, like, it's perfect. And that's all there is to this kit. It's a pretty simple idea, and yet they execute it perfectly. I thought last time with the flannel kit, it was a good decision to kind of go more of the, bring the white in, but now they go back to the gold accents, and again, they, like every decision they make on their jerseys, especially their home jerseys, they just seem to nail it. And this, no exception, this is absolute perfection, 10 out of 10. I love it. But the only jersey that can top it, number 1, gold medal. I'm sure I'm pissing off a lot of people with this one, but I just had to do it. It's the Columbus Crew Goosebumps kit. Like, Goosebumps! Goosebumps! Like, how'd they come up with this? I mean, I guess it makes sense if you're going to have a jersey dedicated to, you know, Jimi Hendrix or Bruce Lee, Johnny Cash, then why not R.L. Stein? Yeah, that makes total sense. I mean, I guess he is from Columbus, so I guess that makes sense, but even still, like, Goosebumps, is that even a thing anymore? Like, I thought they stopped making books like 20 years ago. The fact that Columbus is bringing it back for the soccer jersey is just, it's so funny to me. Not as funny as the fact that they're making this jersey glow in the dark. Why? Why do they gotta make it glow in the dark? They don't play in the dark. The only time you'll ever see that aspect is if they're in the pregame tunnel, or maybe if they score a goal and the stadium operators turn off the lights for a half a second. But other than that, why do you gotta make it glow in the dark? To be different. For the sake of being different. And you know what? A lot of times, I think that's kind of cringy, but here, Columbus, you get a pass because, I mean, who comes up with this? Seriously, who comes up with a slime dripping jersey? Like, the jersey itself it's alright. Like, it doesn't touch Portland's jersey, but the idea of it, to come up with a jersey about Goosebumps. Forget it. Like, competition's over. Gold medal. You win. Congratulations. You finally made up for that stupid flag kick. There it is, the 2025 MLS jersey rankings according to DannyT Radio. Now, I want to hear your thoughts. Where do you put the Columbus Goosebumps jersey on your rankings? And also, what do you have as the best jersey? What do you have as the worst jersey? I want to hear all of your thoughts. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.